Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and together we are watching more Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
That is correct.
So what happened last time? My brain definitely just goes blank every other week.
We met the mercenary organization who has the former chief of
Ah,
whatever Tekiden was called before they became Tekiden. The GSC, I think it was.
yeah, I think so. So yeah, their former boss hired out some mercenaries from out by Jupiter to come and harass them and get their stuff back.
Right, right. And then your favorite character, Biscuit Griffin,
hmm
decided to try and negotiate to use their space lanes, and they refused. And then there was two mech fights, I believe, and then the ships did weird maneuvers around each other.
I believe it was one long protracted battle, but ultimately I recall your comment last time was it's a fight where nothing happened and there were no consequences.
Well, I'm calling it two space fights because it was the Brazilian chick and the guy who got
hmm
the ship in Mars orbit originally. They fought each other, and then the main character fought the psycho horny girl.
Right, right. So there were three separate aspects of the fight going on at once, including, of course, the ship v ship battle, which just ram them. That's all. We wanted to see a ram.
I mean, the ship's called Hammerhead, and it's got a giant hammer head. So
What what else is it used for?
I don't know. It disappears in some scenes, so who knows?
hmm and I believe that they're basically moving on to their original idea of going to Jupiter in order to avoid going directly to Earth right now.
I
That's where
don't.
I think we left them off. I'm fairly certain of
I think
that.
they're still heading to Earth because shoot, what's her name? The princess said
Mhm.
that well, the guy said that he owns the princess, and she's like, I don't know what that means. And her negotiating with the mercenary guy
Mhm.
to say that I hired these people to take me to Earth, so I want to go to Earth. So I think they're still going to Earth.
Mhm. Right. Their ultimate goal was still Earth, but they wanted to avoid going there first because they knew that there was going to be a lot of interference and that they might get attacked along the way. So they're taking a detour and they want to build up additional allies, maybe get some mercenaries or something. I think they had a plan where they wanted to go out there first and then come back in.
I absolutely do not remember that part. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, who comes to us to actually remember stuff, right?
Well, I remember the last thing that happened in the episode was that Orga did that whole trick maneuver, and he sent a boarding party onto the other guy's ship, and then a former boss guy said a thing. I was like, wait a second, you are using these kids as soldiers or something, something like that. And apparently he changed his mind and decided to negotiate with Orga. So I remember that's exactly the last part of the episode.
Okay. So I'm expecting the old boss probably to get executed. What about you?
I don't think so. I mean, nothing good's gonna happen to him, I'm sure. But I mean,
No,
you gotta
they
figure
just forgive them.
he's on a ship of neutral parties, and they're negotiating with hostile parties.
hmm
As long as he's on the ship with the neutral guys, I don't know. I don't. They did what they did to Fat Hitler. I don't know. I don't know what's in his. He could get mailed
Rules
to
of
the
warfare. What
inspectors.
are those? These are kids.
I don't know. He could get mailed to the inspectors the same way the Fat Hitler did.
Oh boy. So I believe on top of all of that, we also have a bunch of comments to go through, don't we?
Sure do.
So let's go ahead and start going through them and see what they say.
All right, you want to start with what Hayden Ho had to say?
Yeah. Gundam 00 is just Gundam Wing but better. Go check that out if you haven't already. You know what? Gundam Wing but better? That sounds like a great sell to me. It's on the list.
I have never seen Gundam 00 before or Double Zero. I don't know what the title actually is.
I'm
Have
sure it's just
you
00.
have you ever seen it before?
Nope. Not at all.
Have you heard of it?
Who knows? Probably not. It may have
That's
been like on the list of like all the Gundam that I should probably see.
now I'm wondering if that's War in the Pocket. Is Gundam 00 War in the Pocket?
We're probably gonna have to do some research on that.
All right,
But needless to say, more good Gundam. It's on the list.
all right. Up next we got Salik Smith with great reaction. I can already see you're judging Mikazuki hard because of the other Gundams.
Here we go. You're not doing them the order you gave me, so I had to go find them.
They're not in any order. What are you talking about?
But yeah, no, like we're definitely making a lot of comparison to like other Gundams here. But hey, that just kind of comes with like being within like the entire same series.
I mean, in fairness, I'm judging Mikazuki hard because he's Mikazuki. I mean, he's a psychopath.
Right, and I think it's like, of course, we should always say, maybe when we say negative things, we are just poking a little bit of fun. We don't mean like, Mikazuki's the worst. We mean like, oh, this is kind of entertaining.
Hey, the reaction is the reaction. The show I'm watching is what I'm reacting to. If I have things to say about it, I'm just gonna say them.
That's true. That's true. Look, give Mikazuki a hug. Give him more of those dates that he keeps in his pocket with all the lint, and I'm sure he'll turn out fine.
Or yeah.
Which one's the next one?
Necromancer 906. Why don't you give it a read?
I think it's this one right here. Orga's voice actor is Johnny Young Bosch, who also voiced Ichigo, Vash the Stampede, Lelouch, and others. There you go, Johnny Young Bosch. That's the one we were looking for.
Yeah, I think we looked it up sometime after that episode because there's like two main voice actors I think we both recognize, which just couldn't place.
Right, and the other one is Steve Bloom, who did Spike Spiegel and basically every video game character you've ever heard of.
And Toonami.
And that one.
Tom the robot from Toonami.
I'm ashamed to say I didn't connect that in my brain until just now, but the instant I recollected the voice, I'm just like, oh yeah, that totally is him, isn't it?
Yep. It's funny because he did most of his work as Tom over the phone. He literally called it in.
Given that it's just the interstitial, I don't blame him on that one. Who's on first?
Next up we have Michael Spaulding. Just wanted to let you guys know that there is 25 episodes for season 1 and 25 for season 2. Always enjoy seeing someone reactions to Iron Blood Orphans for the first time.
Yeah, I mean we're having a lot of fun with it, right?
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't do it.
Otherwise we just stop dead and go, well, throw it in the garbage.
I mean, I think
it's fun so far.
I think the understanding here is that this is kind of not just sitting here watching a show and commenting. There's editing going on, there's scheduling, there's video uploading. This is a lot of work for something that some people might think we don't actually enjoy.
We're all just doing it for the algorithm, right?
Oh yeah, the algorithm that gives us nothing and
that
takes
tells
everything.
Us nothing at all. Who we got next?
That's all for this episode.
Oh, really? Okay, then. All right, so let's just go ahead and watch.
Oh, I like how all the engines are up there in the Hammerhead front.
Right.
Maybe that's why they don't ram. That would be very bad.
Make sure you follow along.
Understand? Well, we destroyed the enemy ship, but we also lost all of our engines.
But you're still immature and playing with someone twice your size. What happened?
Explosion in the cargo block. We have intruders on board?
No. Right!
What the? Gas? Don't shoot!
Continually thinking shooting inside a spaceship is a terrible
Talk to
idea.
me.
A combustible
I mean,
gas
they're
is
the only ones
spreading
wearing
throughout the ship.
spacesuits, so I guess.
That is
Alright,
true.
then. Close the
They
bulkheads
prepared
and
ahead of
trap
time.
those damn kids.
I can't.
Huh?
They've infiltrated our mainframe somehow. All operations on this ship are being blocked. Even the monitors are compromised.
I hate these main characters, by the way.
Do you know their location or how many there are?
Before they hacked
We
into
say
our
that with
systems,
love.
I managed to get this.
They're
I
only
mean, now that I
four.
feel invested with this guy, I don't want to see these characters win.
So last time they zoomed straight to them already winning. I guess this is just backfill right now.
Well, no, they zoom to this guy willing
Looks like
to start
Dante's
negotiate
giving him hell. Wait, is it just
based
me,
on
or
what
are they
the
all sending
GCS
women
guy
out?
says.
Who cares about that? Let's go! My. It's an old method, but they're doing it well. So, you gonna tell us how they're infiltrating our system or stand there gawking like an idiot?
Huh? How the hell should I know their dirty tricks?
What? I thought you said they were your kids before this.
Yeah, they were, but you can't seriously expect me to remember everything I taught those punks. Anyway, it doesn't matter, just kill them already!
I don't casually
They're
remember
making a fight
teaching
with you,
them how to
Mr. Naze.
infiltrate
The
spaceships and hack their
reputation of Taiwan will be
mainframes.
ruined if you back down now. End it! Hurry before it's too late! They're coming in here! Please, you gotta take them out! Come on, what are you waiting for?
Much of a fight.
Last
are
time
they?
he called them
Makes our
rats
job
of a
a lot
specific
easier.
kind, and that's what turned him around to negotiation.
Yeah, he's just thinking of just straight surrendering here.
Hey. Took you long enough to get up here.
Orca!
You put on one hell of a demonstration.
Wait,
I keep thinking that chair can spin
what are you
around.
saying? You're not
I
honestly
thought that
letting
too.
me off the hook, are you?
I was paying more attention to the entire crew is yawning and they don't actually care this is happening.
I've got a little unfinished business.
Just your average everyday Wednesday fight.
Now, hold on, Orga. Leaving you behind. That was just a tactic. If we'd all gotten killed by Galahorn, it would have been pointless.
Oh, he's just going straight for the
Did you forget
execution.
who took care of you all those years?
We don't remember they executed all the
Who was it
people
that gave you and the other
in
rats
episode
work?
2 anyway.
Who put food
Oh,
in
yeah.
your gut? Ah!
I didn't forget. It was you, Maruba. And that's why every one of us followed your orders no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. You see?
And it's because of those orders that my friends are.
Wait a minute, stop, please!
Don't waste bullets. There's no need to dirty your hands with that jerk's blood.
Just
I've
airlock
seen what
him.
you're prepared to do. Stand down, and I'll give our deal some thought. Get Amida on the comm for me. The party's over.
So just wanted to bring up something I noticed in the intro. The dude who I say is now my favorite character, originally he only had one girl on the couch with him.
Good job out there.
Episode 8, he had like 8 girls on the couch with him. I think they've been increasing the number of girls on the couch with him, and we haven't noticed.
Boys are full of promise.
I don't think each one, no, but that's definitely an increase.
Need a hand?
He'll work hard, at least until he pays off the cost of all this.
He can rot there for all I care. It's your call.
Pardon me.
By the way, I've seen nothing but women on this ship.
Well, of course. Wherever I go, my harem follows.
And there we go. It's harem.
I mean, at least your
everybody.
character can recognize it in
All
world.
the women on board are sworn to me.
All of them?
You mean they're your wives?
Sure, we'll go with that. There's children, too. A whole bunch of them now.
So, are those children?
Mm-hmm. The product of yours truly, of course. Each from different mothers.
You're talking about stupid things again, dear. Back to business.
All right, apologies. I've seen what you can do, and I'm quite impressed. So, what is it that you want?
Here we go.
As we said
Planning
before,
time.
Miss Kudelia Ina Bernstein hired us to be her escorts, and expects all of us to take her to Earth. But to do that, we need a guide to secure a route, and guarantee safe passage. We would like that guide to be you, sir. And one more thing.
If it's all right with you, we'd like Tekkadan to become a division of Tewas.
We've been targeted by Galahorn recently.
And with Tewas as your backing support, you would be able to fight back if things went south, right?
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Political reasons go to Jupiter.
Sure, fine with me.
I'm just very
I'll
confused
discuss
now.
it with the old man.
If Tewaz is
We
just a
appreciate
mercenary
Well,
organization,
don't thank me. You're
and
not in just
Gellerhorn is
yet.
the actual
I'm making the
government,
introductions. You can negotiate with
then
your
how
old
are we
man
going to
yourselves.
war with one another
Then
without
it'll
going to,
all be up to you.
declaring
It
yourself?
sounds more like they're like
Fair
a
enough.
faction or gang or
Will you be
mafia kind of
negotiating
deal,
with your
right?
father, Mr.
So
No.
they have like the
What?
power in their
I
outer
didn't mean
system
that.
around Jupiter.
Obviously.
They are a political
He means
entity of some
McMurdo
kind.
Barristan, the boss of Tewaz.
They're doing
By the
military
way,
slash
you
police
mentioned speaking
operations,
with him.
Gellerhorn.
Something about Miss
You know, they're putting
Cordelia.
down riots
I
and
believe
they're
you
acting as
said she was
investigators.
property?
They're police slash military.
I'm
Right,
not really
but
sure
they
how to
don't seem to
answer
have
that.
control of all of
Galahorn,
space all the time
what do
forever.
you know about them exactly?
300 years ago, they ended the Calamity War. After that, they used their immense military power to prevent further war, and have kept an independent eye on the 4 economic blocks of Earth. That is Galahorn.
These days,
Hey, that's
each of the
Galahorn
economic
is.
blocks feel like they're nothing but a burden. Something to
I mean,
do
it
with
also
the
sounds
fact
like
that
the
lately
exact opposite of
Galahorn
what you
uses
just
their
said.
power for their
This-
own interests.
They
They-
keep an eye on
Then, in the
Earth.
middle
They
of
have
all
a
this
massive
chaos,
military
new ship
that they use to
enters.
make sure that nobody starts wars again.
Cordelia, from
So
the
clearly they
Notice
can
July
patrol all of
Assembly,
space.
the heroine of the times who led the Mars independence movement. You're a regional independence activist. That alone makes you a target.
By the way,
And now you
throwing it
plan
out
to
there
go
now,
around them to negotiate with one of Earth's
prediction,
leaders. This is
Uh-huh.
a
she's a
serious
clone.
matter for Galahorn. In fact,
Really?
it's something that could shake up their entire governing
If that
system.
person was so important,
I
how
didn't
does
get
that
anything
other
you
guy
just
own
said,
her?
But I'm guessing that she's really important?
You
What if
still
she's a
haven't answered my
clone?
question. How does that make her property?
I'm just gonna say they're
Oh, wait,
probably
they're
just
answering it.
assholes.
See, the young lady sitting there is much more important than she seems. Way above my pay grade.
They didn't answer it. Never mind. They said, "Then how is she property?" I was like, "Wait, they're answering it."
That was rough.
Just came to
I'm
drama.
glad you're safe.
We'll be heading out to Saisei accompanied by the turbines.
Saisei?
Yeah, it's a massive spaceship that Tewaz uses as their main headquarters. According to them, it isn't far from here.
Awesome. Excuse me, boss. I've made contact with Mars.
Excellent. Tell them our situation.
But before I do, there's a message you may want to see first.
I just can't believe the Mars funds are almost completely dried up now.
Knew it would go someday, but not this fast.
It's hard for our other members to do business down there. Not with Galahorn always keeping an eye on him. We have to do something.
It's okay, they're already dead.
Have the talks finished yet?
Yeah. It looks like we'll be taking those guys with us back to Saisei.
Was the kid in the white mobile suit here too?
I don't think any of the pilots came.
Does it bother you?
Well, hot and
So,
bothered's more like it.
third
It's hard to
member
find
of
someone who
the
can really
triangle.
light a fire. Of course, no one does that better than my darling.
Yeah, we got like the 2
Whatever.
pilots there and
Well,
her.
No,
They're
no,
an
no.
interesting
The
bunch, that's for
romance
sure.
triangle for Mikazuki or whatever the hell his name was.
Oh,
Oh,
right, we're looking at the quadrangle now.
I thought I told you.
Well, no, it's a square.
There.
Old man,
The love
Rectangular
square.
prism.
things going all right?
We got some spare parts in stock for that one, so we should be able to fix it.
Sending him to the love
Real
octagon.
problem is,
Mika!
Orga. I wasn't much help to you. Sorry.
Come on, you did great. Give yourself some credit.
No. It wasn't good enough.
But he didn't kill them, so it doesn't
Gotta try
matter.
A lot harder.
Only blood will sate Mikazuki.
So he's got the
right.
gun in his pocket.
I'm gonna have to try harder.
Or he's just happy to see Orga, I can't tell.
Jeez, how long does it take to get to Saisei? It's been like 10 days already.
Have you seen
You were flying to Jupiter. How long did you think it was
Perhaps on
going
the
to
other ship with
take?
Mr.
No, they're
Akiyama.
flying to a
Something
ship,
about training in their
not to
simulators.
Jupiter.
Training.
But they just keep
Cue the
pushing.
next view to be outside the
Unlike
ship.
some people.
Of a ship in orbit of Jupiter. Like, fuck.
Property. Me? What does that even mean? And why does Tewaz?
Miss Cordelia.
Oh, hi, Atra.
Yeah, I'm not knocking off. You might be a
Go over
clone.
to the other ship later on?
Maybe a robot.
To the turbines?
I think you would know if you were a robot. Although Loki has told me that maybe some people don't know that they're
What do you want to
robots.
talk about?
To be honest, we're in trouble.
Really? Then why did you reject my offer after I said I'd provide work for all of you?
Well, I mean, you said we'd be separated. That wasn't an option.
You'll have to explain that.
Turns out,
Just
not great at
can't
making
leave each
decisions.
Well, that's creepy. I didn't realize I was dealing with a ship full of lovebirds.
Call it whatever you want. I said, Tekkadan can't leave each other.
And I said I'll need an explanation.
Because
Orga.
Huh?
we're connected. That's why.
What?
Connected with our fallen friends. When we spill our own blood in battle. And together our spirits harden like iron. So you see, we can't leave each other.
You'd figure the guy who was on a ship full of his own wives would understand.
Whatever the cost. Understand?
Oh, okay. That's what you were talking about when you pointed your gun at that bastard Maruba, isn't it?
Huh?
You mentioned following orders and your friends. So tell me, were those the fallen friends you were talking about? If you can't go back, that's fine, but remember, if you're gonna protect Tekkadan now, you won't have anyone to blame but yourself when things get bad. One order from you could be death for those kids. You and you alone hold their lives in your hands.
He's making a good point. Orca's setting himself up for depression here in like 2 episodes. But I guess nobody can ever die either, so...
Well, not yet anyway.
So, all the children here are Mr.
Oh,
Naze's,
man.
right? Yep.
The nursery on the
One has a
spaceship.
different mother. Our darling stays pretty busy.
Well, yeah, because it's a ship full of his wives, and dude
Yeah.
gets busy.
All of the infants here on the ship with us.
You mean there are others? Yeah, the older ones are attending school on the surface.
I mean, dude must really get busy.
Brothers, huh?
Incredible.
So you see?
Iron-blooded orphan says polyamory is okay.
I won't ever have my friends dying in vain again. Not while I'm in charge of Tekkadan. If we die with honor.
Orga.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
And I'll be right down there with them. If it's for them, I would lay down my life.
Are you alright?
There's no point in you dying too, kid. You're the leader, and if you're not around, Tekkadan really will break up.
That's what you get for being a serious teenager.
It's funny. You talk
With a
about
stupid
spilling blood
hairdo.
and your connection with each other, but you don't call people like that your friends. That's family.
Again, dude's ship is filled with his wives. He has daycares and schools because he gets on so much.
I messed up.
Dude knows what family is, I
He told
guess.
us he'd see what he could do.
Weird
That's not
family.
the problem, okay? When you're talking business, the most important thing is to be on even terms. But he treated me like a kid.
You totally are.
You're crouched in a fucking hallway crying that you got treated like a kid. You're acting like a
Whatever
kid.
happens, you know that we'll still follow you, no matter what comes our way.
I do love that Biscuit is technically the most emotionally mature out of all of them.
Well, yeah, 'cause he's got like 2 sisters he's raising.
Actually raised normally.
Who won? This girl!
One more time.
Okay, that's enough. You can't win when you're worked up.
I'll play with you again later, big guy.
Alright, I'm ready to go next.
I'm impressed with you, kid. You've been at this quite a while. You're a hard worker.
That's all I can do. Just gotta keep training.
Now there's no Alea Vignana system on the simulator. I'm a lot tougher. It's time to train the hard way.
Alright, because we don't get to see the simulation. Dang it.
Honestly, didn't give a
For the
shit
most
anyway.
part, it was just a bunch of childish crap. Kinda made my ass itch, honestly.
You weren't all that different from him yourself when you were younger. If you feel like reminiscing, we could do it in bed while we cuddle.
Give me a break, would ya?
Huh? Confirming Saisei dead ahead.
So that's Saisei.
Yeah.
Training today too, huh? I hear
You know what I
you're
don't
getting
see,
it pretty
Griffin?
rough over on their ship.
Jupiter.
I'll do my best. If I don't, I'm sure you'll end up
It,
teaching me something.
it's somewhere out there. See that dot? That's Jupiter. It was in the scene.
Getting ditched isn't something you need to worry about. Not when it comes to family. Anyway,
So this was Gundam Wing Tokyo Drift, was it?
Still counting on you, Mika.
Which
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious
Fast and
movie was
Furious,
this?
yes.
What? Family? Did the boss really say that about us? Wait,
Duh.
if that's true,
Family.
that makes Mikazuki my older brother, right? I really have a super strong and cool brother like that? Am I
No.
dreaming?
No, you don't.
Oh man! Then I'd better bust my
Wait,
butt.
is Mikazuki
I'll work
actually
3
older than
times harder
Biscuit?
than I have been. Next time on Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Episode 9.
Where'd you get that from?
Sakazuki.
It's got the Tekiden patch on it, so it has to be absolutely brand new.
Well, I would assume they've been traveling a while. Maybe they got made in advance.
So they got like a tailor on their ship too?
No, remember they're heading to a larger ship that's the command center for the entire mercenary organization.
I guess they may have a formal wear store or something there, you know, a couple tailors, something.
Also, yes, I assume the Hammerhead ship has a tailor on it. They're fucking giving, well, they are fucking,
But
and they're
they
giving
literally-
birth to lots of kids. These kids need outfits.
But they did also just say that they literally had no money left, so
What are you talking about?
They just-
Teiwaz has a lot of money.
I mean, Tekiden has no money.
Yeah, but they're now a subsidiary of the other mercenary organization.
Oh, yeah, I guess, you know, that's part of the sign-up bonus, right? Like, you get a nice little formal suit to go with everything.
Well, again, they're going to meet these people on their other ship.
Mhm.
Assumedly, they had stuff made for them to give a good impression or something.
Right. Well, so aside from that, family.
Again, dude's on a ship with all of his wives, and he has so much... He gets it on so much that he has kids in a nursery, plus kids in a school, on his own ship. And again, kids grow up. They're going to need change of clothes a lot, because, you know, you get bigger and you don't fit in your old clothes anymore. So yeah, I assume there's also a tailoring sort of thing going on as well.
I think, like, though, the core of the thesis of this episode is, of course, like, yeah, they're your family, you care about them. And, you know, it seems very, very normal as far as anime goes, right? It's like, that's kind of like the plot hook they throw out a lot of, like, I fight for my friends kind of stuff. And that's basically the entire attitude Orca had the entire time. It's like, yeah, I'll throw my life away for everyone. And literally needs to get hit in the face and say, like, dude, don't do that.
I don't know, it's kind of shaking how they dropped the thing from last episode where the GCS guy, can't remember his name, called them like rats or something like that. And it was like such a loaded term in the setting that the other dude was like, wait, they're what? And then immediately called for a negotiation. And then this time it was like not even brought up. He didn't even say it.
Oh, last time he still had a gun pointed to his head.
No.
That was definitely the last frame of it.
No, they didn't reach the bridge last time. Last time, he looks at a screen, and you see that they're on board, and it's just like a boarding party, and then the other guy's yelling at him, and he calls them, like, rats or something like that. And he's like, wait, what did you say? And then it goes back to
this
the...
all up to memory.
Yeah.
This is more memory issue.
You gotta remember, I see these things a lot more than you do, since I have to watch them multiple times. Post, because I don't know if anybody who watches this realizes that I'm the editor. So if you have any editing complaints, go ahead and toss that up there with all the other hate you're throwing at my way.
Right, it's why I'm not going to argue here or anything about that. But we did actually learn a lot of things. We learned a little bit more about Gallarhorn. We learned a little bit more about, like, the different things happening in the universe. And it's filling in the blanks that we had, like, 6 episodes ago. We were just, like, utterly confused.
Right. You're absolutely technically correct. We are getting a little bit of information about everything. Gallarhorn stopped the Calamity War 300 years ago via their incredible military strength. No information about that. They oversee the 4 economic blocks on Earth. Did they have anything to do with the Calamity War? No idea. No information on that. Just very little information.
The antagonist. I mean, Gallarhorn.
We don't know who the Calamity War was against. who was the antagonist or protagonist of the Calamity War.
Moon
Also, the moon was destroyed, maybe.
Right. We destroyed the moon people, the antagonists. There you go. But so far, like, what actually happened to the past in that regard, like, doesn't necessarily matter to the story being told at the very least.
For you. They keep referring back to the Calamity War, so I gotta know what happened in the Calamity War. And I was about to say, I didn't pay enough attention to the map of the Earth when they showed it to see if anything significant had changed. Like, you figure if you destroyed the moon, some of that moon probably gonna hit the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay attention if there's any destruction map-wise.
Oh yeah, if the moon gets, like, broken up, Earth is doomed. Like, outright doomed.
I don't know. It survived in the time machine.
That's true. Like, they had the Soul Shattered Star scenario there. But I believe in during the time machine, like, they were showcasing, like, pieces of the moon actively continually dropping and destroying civilization.
Yeah.
Which is what leads to the Morlock situation.
Well, yeah, because the people in charge abandoned civilization to go underground. Whereas I can't remember the name of the people who stay on the surface. Are just the survivors of the people who stay on the surface.
Right. So I think next time we're going to discover that Kudeli is a Morlock.
I'm gonna go with Clone. I'm not like 100% on it, but I just don't know. I mean, this is a weird scenario because we're in a civilization here that has no problems with polygamy. Or I can't tell because I thought that Gallarhorn was the military/police. And now we're like, oh, can you fight Gallarhorn for us? Wait, you mean the government? Are we like anarchists? Are we fighting the government? So, I don't know. Polygamy ship...
The mercenary situation is a little weird, isn't it?
Well, if it's polygamy ship on a anarchist, combine, then makes it a little bit more sense in that, yeah, these are just the weirdos. These are the weirdos doing whatever the hell they want, not these are the bog standard people of the setting.
I'm still betting like a mafia kind of deal, but
yeah, the mafia, well known for sailing around on ships full of their own wives.
Hey, I mean, if you had one, would you?
One what? Wife or ship?
I'd pick one.
No, probably not.
All right. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and conclude it here. So we'll come back next time with more Iron-Blooded Orphans and probably a fight scene.
I don't think so. I'm not betting on a fight scene next episode.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be a lot of negotiation, isn't it? Probably.
A lot of introductions, I'm assuming, and trying to put your best foot forward type of stuff.
All right. Next time on Iron-Blooded Orphans, lore scene. Until next time, Stoneface Reactions, I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we'll see you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?